Hello everyone, and welcome to Porterhouse Fallout 4 Mod Reviews. I'm your host, Porterhouse, and that's no bull. Before we get started here, I just want to thank everybody for the great response in my last video. I got a whole ton of views very quickly on that video, quite a few likes, and a lot of great comments. I also picked up quite a few new subscribers. For you new subscribers and you returning subscribers, I thank you for joining my channel, and I hope you continue to enjoy my videos. So I have a riddle for you all. Where does a trigger-happy redhead with a fully automatic heavy machine gun go? The answer is anywhere she wants. This is the WH-Mk22 Heavy Machinegun Redo by that master of weapon disaster, SKIBADAA. When I first loaded up the game with this machine gun in there and equipped my character with it, I was just stunned. SKIBADAA has rebuilt his previous version of this weapon from the ground up with scratch-built meshes, textures, animation, and possibly sounds. Now, I need to confirm that. This beauty just screams mayhem and destruction for your foes. And not content with just one weapon in the mod, the author also included a second weapon, the Mk22 Shrike, which is basically mayhem light. Both weapons spawn via leveled lists, so you have a chance to get one as a drop from a high-level NPC, or maybe find one in a shop. I, of course, cheated like a mofo and used the console commands. However you lay your hands on one of these, you can then take them to the weapons workbench and upgrade them with a myriad of barrels, receivers, and other options. The Mk22 has the following options. It has regular, ported, and water-cooled barrels in both long and short for a total of 6 choices. There's 4 muzzles, 4 receivers, all in 50 cal, 3 sights, 5 ammo types, which we will talk about more in a moment, 2 different shield attachments, which we will also cover a bit more in depth, and 2 different magazine sizes, 100 round and 200 round. The Shrike has all of the above, except it's initially chambered in 5mm, but you get an additional 4 receivers that are chambered in 308, which is also known as 7.62 by 51 NATO. Now, to give you a point of reference, the 7.62 is the same round used by the M14, which was the U.S. military's main battle rifle for a couple decades and still sees service today. The ballistic shields add an amount of damage resistance depending on the size. Now, for the Mk22, the smaller shield gives you plus 35 damage resistance and the larger plus 65. For the Mk19, the smaller shield gives you plus 25 damage resistance and the larger plus 45. Finally, there are a number of materials or finishes available. There's Standard, Army, Navy, Desert, Flame, which is my favorite, and Rusty, which degrades the weapon damage by 25%. Now, I mentioned ammo types earlier, and multiple choices are a trademark of SKIBADAA's mods. If you are familiar with his previous mods, you'll know that he offers jacketed soft points, full metal jacket, jacketed hollow points, armored piercing, and high explosive. All of the ammo types have various characteristics, like the hollow points doing more damage to soft targets, while the AP ammo does less damage, but has better armor penetration. Where it really gets interesting is where SKIBADAA skipped the whole vanilla game explosive ammo and just made his own. The effect is frickin' spectacular. I may have giggled like an evil idiot the first time I used it. I may have even sounded like Junkrat from Overwatch. Now, couple this ammo with the fast receivers for either weapon, and you basically have a high explosive saw to smoke some fools with. Seriously, I was putting Super Mutants, Death Claws, and Mirelurk Kings in the Hurt Locker. Well, now that I've babbled on about the weapons for quite some time now, I'm going to rather delightfully show you a number of clips of both weapons in action. After that, I will tell you my impressions and critiques, if any. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. We will be back in a bit. Well, I have to say, I don't think I've had as much fun with any weapon mod as I've had with this one. I do want to point out that the clips you just watched were made with different versions of the mod. The later versions fixed a number of issues with the animations, and I think the sound sync as well. I can tell you that the latest release works perfectly. For my impressions, I will say that SKIBADAA has definitely surpassed himself, which was something I did not think was possible. Not only has he provided a pair of sharp-looking weapons, he did it with a custom reload animation with the help of Steampunk 755. Besides the huge variety of various configurations, two of the things I liked the most about this mod was the moving ammo belt on the Mk22, and the other is the scratched up looking texture on the shields. Now I can tell you from real life experience that those weapon shields will take a beating, so it is a nice bit of attention to detail. The high explosive rounds are really superb. Holy crap, it was a ton of fun to mow down crowds of bad guys and send them flying. The explosion with the burst and the sparks coupled with the custom sounds are way better than the vanilla ones. I will offer you a bit of advice. The HE rounds are not suited for cramped spaces, and if you are strafing, watch out that something close like a random tree, sign, or follower does not traverse your line of fire. Wearing a suit of power armor will help with the accidental up-close explosions and with the weight. Speaking of weight, the Mk19 weighs 56.2 pounds and the Mk22 weighs nearly 100, so be mindful of that if you like to carry a lot of stuff. SKIBADAA is looking into the idea of making the weapons almost unusable due to weight and recoil unless you are wearing power armor, which makes perfect sense to me. He's also looking into making a Mk22 turret for the workshop to protect your settlements. Lastly, I just wanted to let you know that to be able to get all of the weapon options, you will need to be ranked up in Gun Nut and Heavy Gunner. If you are looking for a weapon to spank your enemies with, then this is definitely the mod for you. You will not be disappointed. You need to download it and try it out. If you like it as much as I do, then please remember to endorse it and even vote it up for File of the Month. Once again, I'm your host Porterhouse, and if you enjoyed my video, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you have not already done so. I will see you all in the next review.